Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl OJ Abade. I am a YouTuber based in Lagos, Nigeria, and like everybody know, I've been away from YouTube for years. It's 2 years, yeah. And I know this is not the first time I'm going off like that. I'd apologized, I'd come to explain, and words are not enough to express myself to say sorry to my loyal subscribers and this small member of my community here on YouTube. But I decided within myself that if I was going to come back, I needed to give an explanation why I have been offline for 2 years and counting. So for my last video, I think I uploaded something relating to law school, and then I did a natural hair video and a foundation or filling foundation video. But the truth is, I was forcing myself to do this whole YouTube thing. I wasn't the energy that I started with, just that natural vibe of coming online, facing the camera, making the videos. It wasn't there anymore. All those factors weren't there anymore, and I couldn't really find the motivation. My friends kept telling me to come back online, but I lost the motivation. Literally, it just went. And then behind the scene, in these moments where I was just alone, trying to find myself, trying to get that natural happiness that I used to get while trying to film a video for YouTube, a lot happened. May 2022, around that period, I was already planning to come back to YouTube. I tried to get an improved quality and improve in certain areas that I knew my channel was lacking. But around that time, I had boil on my eyes. And my friend invited me for her birthday party. I didn't want to go to that party with a swollen eye, and that's how I took just one tablet of Gloss and went for the party. Party finished, I came back home. I thought that one tablet would just make the whole thing go down, and bruh, it did not. I came back, I stopped taking the drug. I think I took just 2 and stopped taking the dose. And then it went down to the point that there was just a very tiny swollenness there. I'll probably put a picture somewhere on the screen. That swollenness was there, and it wasn't going down, it wasn't increasing. My sister, my elder sister, is a nurse. I reached out to her, she recommended a drug. I went to pharmacies across, they recommended drugs as well. I kept taking and taking and taking. I started doing research. And then I think I gave a description of what was happening to me on Safari, that's on my browser, and that's when I got to find out that what was happening to me was Chalazion or Chalazion. I don't know how it's even pronounced, but I'll leave the name on the screen. So literally, it's a swollenness that appears on your eye. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. It's just there. Sometimes it increases. And then the first thing that popped up my screen was it happens to people between the ages of 30 to 50. Now, that was more heartbreaking for me because I wasn't even up to these ages and I was already experiencing it. Prior to this time, I didn't even know such thing existed, aside just having boil and the usual Apollo that people do have. I mean, as a Nigerian, those are the ones I know about. Now, I don't have any HMO or anything. I used to be under my dad's medical insurance cover, but you get to a certain age and you get kicked out. You get to a certain age and you stop receiving that special medical attention. So I passed that age, so I didn't even have that going on with me, and I was in a new city, which is Lagos. I didn't know anybody, so I went to this general hospital and I was asked to pay consultation fee and everything. I did. And that's how I saw the optician. Prior to that time, I've seen the girl that was assisting the optician or the eye doctor, because I don't even know if it's optician at this point. This is after weeks and months of research, of trying to reach out, Google here and there. It made me so insecure at a point. If people video call me, I'll stop taking their video calls, or I'll wear glasses. I'm a makeup person, so I really don't like glasses, because when I've done my eyeshadow, why should I wear glasses to cover my eyeshadow? You get? But I had to do that. It made me more insecure that I actually even feel about my skin. I couldn't go out, I couldn't look at people. I was that down. And then this girl had told me, oh, it's Chalazion, but I had to pay consultation fee to see her boss. I did all of that only for the boss to just point some touch inside my eye. It wasn't involved to how many seconds, and the lady just said she was going to recommend me. They don't have the equipment to treat it in that hospital. And then that was it. And I said, but I paid for consultation. And she said, yeah, that's the consultation you just did for me. People of God, I almost ran mad. Because before that time, I'd spent money buying drugs. Different pharmacists had recommended different things. I spent over 30K trying to get drugs. In fact, at a point, I was taking too much of antibiotic. I was so scared, I had to stop taking the drugs. And this was within the period I wanted to come back to YouTube. So it was like a double heartbreak for me. And I kept waiting around May again till September. My birthday was September. This kept going on and off. And for the recommendation part, I was referred to another general hospital that's quite far from where I stay. I woke up early in the morning just to beat time. I got there around 7 or 8 and I was told that they finished giving number. I have to go home and come the next day. That was where I just broke down. I sat down, I was crying. I called my mom, called my dad, called everybody, told them it's almost my birthday and this thing is still on my eyes, it's not going. I literally avoided mirror or anything that would make me see a reflection of myself around this time. It wasn't even funny. It wasn't funny at all. The thing that encouraged me or just kept me going was my dad telling me, oh, at a point his eyes were swollen like that. I think around that time, my dad's eyes too had it. And then my very good friend told me he had it at some point, but it took a while, but it later went down. And then some people that kept seeing me on my street and the rest started telling me, oh, they've seen people with it before. It takes time, but it later goes down. And then checking Google again, some people said you have to do surgery to take it out, then or you just wait and it goes out itself. But because of how desperate I was, my dad, my parents, my family members, they were all concerned. They felt like if I was going to, with the pace I was going, if I had made a rash decision to try to take it out with surgery, I'll probably damage myself, because this is not any other part of my body, it's my eyes, and nobody trusted Jimmy and Doctor. I'm so sorry. But my parents were just so scared that if I had to do the surgery, I had to come home and all of that. And I couldn't go home because of work and all of that. And they tried to calm me down. What really calmed me down was my dad just really snapping his own, sending it to me, and then I had to snap mine, send to them, video call them to show them the position of things. And then that allayed my fear. And on my birthday, I really wanted to go out. I wanted to feel myself again, because remember, for months I have been avoiding reflection of mirror. Sometimes I'll post video here and there, the swollenness will show. I pretend like I'm not seeing it, but the truth is deep down, I was just like, no, bruh, this is not it. So for my birthday, I did my makeup, and I think I went in with this lash. I can't recall which lash I went in with. But surprisingly, I took pictures, and pictures were nice. Some of the pictures, the swollenness kept taking through, while some it wasn't. And I was like, okay, we can manage it. Let's do it like that. Let's go like that. And that is how I just started getting used to it. Between that period and now, I've kind of gotten used to it. It has not died down. It's still just there. It doesn't hurt. The swollenness is just there. I still feel slightly insecure about it, but but I can't just limit myself or restrict myself because of the swollenness. And yes, I'll still try to seek medical attention. I just don't want to be in a hurry and make a mistake. So I'll research a clinic and then go about it. I have friends at 30s and the rest, but they've not experienced this before. If you've experienced it, you can share your experience in the comment section, or recommend something to me, or a good clinic, a good eye hospital. That would mean a lot to me. But aside this Chalazion whole saga, because this is January 2023 and my eye is still swollen, I have just been there. I've just been keeping it cool, maintaining my, but I wasn't ready. I wasn't still motivated to come up YouTube again. And then just one day, I found myself in a position that I had to work with a lot of creatives. and somebody was talking, and I was like, oh yeah, I have a YouTube channel, though it's been a while I saw it. I went there, or I created content for it. I just lost the touch and all of that. And she was like, oh sure, I should show it to her. And that's when I realized that my Oriflame foundation review video had 1K views. People of God, immediately just that motivation to come back up here came up. I was so surprised, but that's what happened. I just had the vibe to come back. I got home, thought about it, reached out to my friends that have been pushing me for years, trying out tactics, even buying me things to make sure I come back online. And I refused. They were so happy when I reached out to them to tell them that, see, I'm going back to YouTube. They knew YouTube is what I love, and they were really supportive. Between the period I told them I was coming back and when I am shooting this video, I have had a lot going on. Sometimes I just feel anxious. I'm like, oh, you are really going back again? But I summoned the courage that say, no, I've put in so much effort to this stage, I can't just leave this stage right now. And that's how I continued to this point where I had to record this video. So this is not me really giving excuses. I'm just giving a story behind the scene of what happened. And thank you guys for sticking around with me to this time. I want this channel to be the channel where I get to be personal with you guys, get to know the real OJs in subsequent videos. The videos may come up before this or after this video. So I am back, like OJ is back and she's not going anywhere. But I'm happy for you guys sticking around with me, and hopefully we grow this channel together to the permanent site that it's supposed to have reached since 2017. Thank you for sticking around, and I will see you in other videos. Bye.